my point of view. That's just my point of view. Yeah.
Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and it feels really weird to be addressing you guys after so long. Like I'm sitting down literally in front of the camera after like 3 months, and it's been very long since I did like this kind of video. So I'm really excited to do this one, and hopefully I will be regular from now on. And today's video is actually going to be a different one because you can see I'm already in my bare face. I'm not wearing makeup. Usually what I do is I film the intro after like finishing my makeup, but today I'm in bare face. You can see I'm all prepped up for like makeup, and this video is actually going to be a review video. I know I'm talking a lot, it's just I want you guys to be on the same page with me. So the thing is, I actually missed out on Poila Falgun and Valentine's Day, so it's kind of like me celebrating or like mourning the Valentine's Day and Poila Falgun this year because I am unable to like do any video for those occasions. So sad, because it's already 13th of February and tomorrow I guess it's 14th. Yeah, tomorrow, obviously if it's 13th then the next day is going to be 14th. So Valentine's Day is tomorrow and today is Poila Falgun, and I'm filming this video right now, so there is no chance that I can upload this before like Valentine's Day, or today's Poila Falgun obviously. So the thing is that this is actually going to be a review video, and this review video is actually about some new products that I picked up from UK, which is from Makeup Revolution, and they are just newly launched. So I guess there is actually going to be a lot of hype about this one because these are base products, and whenever there is something like any base product which is affordable and which is from Makeup Revolution, since they have actually already launched 2 foundation previously, they were like everywhere, and everyone was raving about it. So since they came out with another new variant of the foundation, and when I saw it in stores, I had to just grab it because I know you guys will want to know how it actually works and how it's going to be on your skin, and I have zero idea about the products. I haven't opened them up. Plus, when I actually bought the foundation, I'm actually talking about their matte base foundation and their new concealer. So what happened is that when I saw them in stores, there was like no testers. So what I did was I just grabbed one which I thought that would be my shade. So the shade might be off because their undertone is kind of like a little tricky because they are kind of like a little bit on the neutral side or on the pinky undertone side. So I am not sure about that, but hopefully the foundation shade will match me. So let's get into it and see the products. So the newest range is this matte base foundation, this concealer which is also matte base concealer, but it is a stick concealer. I am really not sure how it's actually going to be working with a liquid foundation. I've never actually used a stick concealer. It's going to be tricky, I guess. So then there is also this matte base powder, and this is in the shade P1, and I got the concealer in the shade C6.5, and then there's the foundation, and this one is in the shade F12. So the foundation that I got is in the shade F12, and unfortunately I couldn't swatch it, but I had the privilege to swatch the other one, which is the Conceal and Define foundation, and I got also this one in the shade F12. So hopefully this one will kind of match me because this is kind of like almost my skin color. I hope so. I still haven't tried that one too, so hopefully this one will be close enough match. I don't know if it's going to be bang on like perfect match, but hopefully it's close enough. So let's see what this foundation actually claims. It is a matte base foundation. This is going to be a blessing for the oilier girls because you know we like matte foundations. So it claims that it is a matte base foundation and pore blurring. Okay, that's a new thing because it says that it's a pore blurring foundation. Okay, then there is the claim that it is a full coverage foundation. So we will see if it's actually full coverage or not. And it costed £5. It's even less than the other foundations like the stick base and the Conceal and Define foundation. Conceal and Define foundation is, I guess, around £9, and I'm not sure about the stick one, but this costed £5, and we will see how it actually works. And I'm also going to be using another of their new primer. I haven't also tried this one yet. This is the hydrating primer from them. These are also the newest range, and they also have like a few new primers, I guess, the Star Primer and the Owns Primer, but I actually didn't get to like buy those, so I am going to be using this one today, the Hydrate Primer. So as the foundation is already claiming that it is going to be So as the foundation is already claiming that it is actually going to be pore blurring, we will see if it actually blurs my pores out, because I'm not going to be using any pore blurring primer today. Sorry, my talking is not like great today. I'm just like all stammering and stuff. Okay, so let's see how much we actually get. We are actually getting 28 mils of foundation, which is not actually 1 ounce, which is the regular like amount you are gonna get when you buy a foundation. Usually it's 30 mil, but it is 28 mil. Also the primer, it costed around like £6, I guess, and this one is also 28 mil, so they carry around the same amount of product. So let's start with the primer and go on, and let's see how my base actually looks. And I'm not going to be doing like a over exaggerating makeup today. It's just going to be something very simple, so I can actually focus on the base. It's kind of like very liquidy and milky in shade. I really don't know what happened to me on this trip. I literally went on a spree of buying a lot of like hydrating primers. I think it's like really important, like now that I'm getting aged, to hydrate my skin enough. So far it feels really moisturizing. Just lather it on my face. Before the foundation, I'm going to be color correcting. Usually I do use my Hello Girl Pro HD concealer in the shade Fawn, but I don't have this one with me right now. I actually ran out of that one, and I need to go out and buy that one soon. So instead of that, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C12, which is, I think, quite good enough because it's quite dark and orangey in the shade. So I'm just going to be using this one to conceal or like color correct my under eye dark circles and like around my mouth, because girl, no concealer can cover these dark circles. They are too much. Okay, so just zooming you guys a little bit more so that you guys can see a little bit of close-up. Okay, so much air seems to be inside. Like you see, it's almost like blank in this area, and still no product came out. Okay, here it is. I think the foundation won't look that bad, but it's not like too yellow like the way I actually like, but it's kind of like pinkish neutrally type of like shade, but I think it will be close enough to my match. So let's see. It's a little bit off. It's a little bit too neutral for my choice. So this is actually how it looks. Doesn't look that bad. Are you guys seeing it? It is actually covering everything. So this is actually how half of my face looks done, and this is the side where I actually haven't applied this one yet. So far it's looking real good, but we will see. But I still actually can see my pores. It is not like that much pore blurring the way it claimed, because I can still see the pores around here in my nose and like in my cheek area. So, but it is not looking bad. It's not looking bad. It so far looks good. So let's also cover this side, because I have quite a few blemishes right here, so we'll see if that also hides out. I don't know how it's actually translating in the footage, but so far it actually doesn't look that too much of a matte. It kind of looks like a satiny matte finish, which actually kind of have like a glow right here. I think you guys can see it. So it's not like matte matte, like drying out your face immediately. So it's not bad. I think it is quite obvious after applying the foundation in my face that it is not the right undertone for my skin tone, because it kind of looks like really muddy, I guess, and I think in the natural lighting it will look much more muddier. So I want to zoom up you guys a little bit more so that you can actually look at my skin and how it looks. I haven't still set it yet, so this is how it looks. So far it looks good, I guess, and I think it did a quite good job of like covering up everything in my face. I really don't know what they were actually thinking while they made this concealer, because a stick concealer with a matte foundation, like a liquid foundation, it just doesn't match in my head. So this is how it actually looks, and I think in here you are actually getting 3 grams of product, and this one was £3, quite reasonably priced, like it's really cheap. So we will actually see how it works, and I'm just directly gonna dry in with this one in my face. The product seemed quite creamy, so let's just try to blend it out. Well, it actually blended out quite easily, but I'm not sure about how this one is looking or how this one is going to hold up. I can see the foundation actually settling into my lines and just making it like much more prominent, which actually doesn't happen with my other foundations like this quickly. To set my face and to get the warmness back in my face, I am going to be trying out the banana powder from Makeup Revolution. This is not the usual one. This is the banana deep powder, which is actually a new shade. This one was also like newly launched. So this is actually, I think, is going to be a really good dupe of my Sacha Buttercup powder or my Huda Beauty Blondie powder, which is kind of like very yellow. So I really like to use a yellow powder. So this is actually going to be a really affordable one if it actually works. And for the matte base powder, this is in the shade P1, so it's actually quite white. So what I'm thinking is maybe I can set my under eye concealer with this one, but I know it is actually not recommended to use a pressed powder underneath your eyes because it is always going to be setting heavy. But let's see how it actually looks, because I also want to try out this powder with the products that it comes up with. You see how warm it is right now? The powder is really like yellow. And I like being yellow rather than being palish whitish. Okay, so while just setting the powder in my face, I can already see the concealer moving around and doing weird stuff in my under eye. So definitely I'm not liking the concealer. Like, it's already lifting up. When I'm trying to just like remove the creases, it's already just like moving. It's not sitting up right with the foundation. I don't know what they were actually thinking, like making an oil-based product of a stick foundation and a matte foundation. Like, it doesn't add up. Let me just see if I can find the ingredient list. Okay, so the first ingredient, I will try to give the ingredient list somewhere in the screen. So the first ingredient is ethyl hexyl palmitate. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm bad with chemistry. So the thing is, when I searched it up, it is actually derived from palm oil. So basically you can see it's derived from palm oil, so it's kind of like oily thing. So the base of the product is basically oil based stuff, so it's not going to be working well with the foundation. No way. Like with the foundation, I guess the first ingredient is water, because the main base of the foundation is the water, which carries the other ingredients. But yes, it actually is water. The foundation's first ingredients is aqua water, so it is going to be working well with matte skin type. So it is actually water based, but the concealer, it contains oil as the first ingredient, which is the main ingredient of the whole product. So it's doing such weird stuff right here. It's like creasing so badly. It's doing such weird stuff. It's already like clinging right here when I apply the powder. I just don't know. It's not working. It is not working. It's like totally creasing in my eyes. And after setting the half of my face, I can already see in the crevices of my nose, it's already like kind of separating, and it looks a little bit like separated and like cracked in areas. But it really looks in the cheek area, it doesn't look that bad, but I really don't know about this portion. So I'm just gonna grab the powder with a side where I haven't gotten the other powder with my beauty blender. And let's just set this crazy mess. Nah. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. It is a mess. You guys see what I'm talking about? Like, it's already cracking in here. It looks weird around my mouth area, and just look how bad it looks in the crevices of my nose. It just looks bad. And see how it's like doing this weird stuff. It's just because I think it is actually a stick concealer. Like, a stick concealer has no business to be right here. It looks bad, and you can already see that the darknesses are like coming through underneath the concealer, because the concealer actually couldn't like stay in place. Just look at my eye area. Like, I look like a 60-year-old lady. It looks bad. It looks hella bad. Bad. So the concealer is a total no-no for me. I'm totally hating it. Hating it. So the foundation is done, so I'm just gonna quickly like do my eyebrows half-heartedly, because my base is not looking that well, and I'll come up with my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I'm back. So for the products that I tried today, let me just like start with the good products. So I think the primer actually works really nicely. It really did hydrate my skin, and it really felt good, so that the foundation can actually stick into my face. And then also the banana deep powder worked nicely, I would say, because my cheek area and my other part where I applied it, it looked good. And I have actually previously used this formula in their regular banana shade, so I knew about this one. So this is actually a good product. I wouldn't actually complain about this one. It is just the foundation and the concealer, which is like a little bit weird, I guess. And then for the foundation, the matte base foundation, I think it's kind of like okay, kind of in between of hit and miss. It's not, I would say it's not great, but it's also not bad for the price you're actually paying and the amount that you're getting. And it actually looks good, and if you just have like a very textured skin, then I think it is going to be settling down in like lines and creases. So otherwise I think it's okay type of good foundation. It's nothing like out of this world. It's not like going to be super amazing or something like that. And I would just like want to know from you guys, do you actually want me to like review these foundations? This is the Conceal and Define foundation. I haven't opened this one, and even I haven't also opened the stick foundation. I really don't know how stick foundation is going to work in my skin, because I actually don't like anything stick, because it's going to be getting oily, and the heat of the skin is going to be melting down the product much more easier, and it's just going to be looking like a mess. But I don't know how it actually works, because Nikki actually raved about this one a few days ago. But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want me to review the other two foundations from Makeup Revolution 2 for you guys. And other than that, this powder, I still like don't have like any kind of like idea about this one, but so far when I set it underneath my eye area wasn't actually looking good. So I'll try to use it in my face, and in my future videos I will try to update you guys about the powder. But I don't think it's like super like wowing or anything. It's just a regular powder, like a mattifying powder for your face. So I will try to let you guys know about it, or I will try to like update you guys in my Insta stories. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, so that whenever I like put out any stuff in my Insta stories or my Instagram, you guys can see that. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And also, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Comment in the section down below. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Would you guys want me to do much more of this type of videos rather than making a lot of tutorials? I would surely make tutorials, but let me know if you guys actually want review too, because I have actually a lot of foundation this year to like review for you guys already. So I am actually, I think, going to be doing a lot of foundation reviews. So make sure to let me know if you guys want that. And I hope this video was helpful for you guys somewhat. And it's good to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. So I'll catch you guys again in my next video. Till then, you guys take care. Bye bye.
That's just my point of view.